guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making delicious red enchiladas. These are going to be authentic red enchiladas. It's not going to be your typical red enchiladas that you can buy your sauce from a can. We're going to actually make our sauce with Guajillo peppers, Chile de Ancho peppers, and Chile de Arbol peppers. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, I'm going to leave you with the English name of the peppers on the screen. For the ingredients we're going to be using today, you can find them at any local store. For the filling, we're going to be needing 3 chicken breasts. You can use cheese or beef for this. I'm going to be using chicken. To cook the chicken, we are going to need garlic and onion, 1 clove of garlic, about 1/8 of an onion, and we're going to be needing salt to taste. If you don't want your enchiladas to be spicy, skip the Chile de Arbol, but if you do want your enchiladas to be spicy, add about 5 of Chile de Arbol, 7 Chile Guajillos, and they look like this, 3 Chile de Anchos, it'll be this one. To blend the sauce, we're also going to need about 1/8 of an onion and 1 garlic clove, salt to taste. For the spices of our sauce, we're going to need about 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. These are whole cumins, but if you can find powder cumin, that would work as well. 2 teaspoons of oregano. Again, my oregano that I have right here is a whole. And we're also going to use 2 cloves. This is how my cloves look like. The toppings for our enchiladas are going to be chopped onion, queso fresco, lettuce, and sour cream. To this, you can also add tomatoes and avocado. I don't like it like that, so I'm just going to keep it simple with just these 4 ingredients, but you can also add tomatoes and avocado to it. Here I have some water boiling. This is where we're going to cook our chicken. We're going to add the onion and the garlic, the salt, and the 3 chicken breasts. We're going to cover this and let this boil until it's cooked. Here I have my chicken breasts that have been boiling for about 10 minutes. We're going to check them, see if they're ready. If you see any red in the middle, that means it's not ready yet. Here I have a knife to just cut a little piece, see if it's ready. I don't know if you can see that, but the meat is all white, meaning our chicken is ready. Here's another one. This one still has a little bit of pink in there. So we're gonna leave this chicken sitting here for another 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. You always wanna make sure you check all of your chickens, especially the chicken breasts that are bigger, that are thicker, because those are the ones that take the longest to cook. So don't just check one chicken. It has been about 5-10 minutes since we last checked our chicken. We're gonna check it again at this time. As you can see, the pink is no longer there, meaning our chicken is ready to be used. We're gonna remove them from the water, turn off the stove, so it would be easier for us to pull the chicken apart. The water from the chicken broth, don't throw it away. We're gonna use this water to blend our chiles. If you decide not to do it with chicken, if you want to do it with cheese, instead of using this water to blend the chiles, you can also use the water that you cooked your chiles in. Use that water instead of this one. Here we have our chicken. We're gonna shred this chicken right here. You want your chicken to be about that big of a piece. If it's too hot, you can also use 2 forks. Okay, so this is all of our chicken shredded. Like I said, you don't have to use chicken. You can also use cheese or beef. For this next part, you want to make sure you close all your rooms and have a door open, the fan on, or something on so it can circulate the air. We are going to add a little bit of oil. This was the last of my olive oil, but I have a little bit more of the vegetable oil that I'm going to be adding. You want to add about 4 tablespoons of oil. Let that heat up for just a little bit. Have a plate nearby. Have some tongs nearby, and we're gonna use our chile right now. This next part, you have to be really careful and you have to be quick. You don't want your chiles to burn. We're gonna get a chile, put it in the oil, let it be there for about 5 minutes. Turn it around. If you feel like you're gonna burn them, do one at a time just to be safe. But these burn really quickly, so you have to be careful. I don't know if you can tell, but they're starting to get spongy. They're starting to open up, so they're not as flat anymore. Air's starting to get in them. Once that starts to happen, it's almost gonna be time to remove them. Like this one. This one's ready, we wanna remove that one. This one's ready, we wanna remove that one. Now we're gonna add these. These are just gonna be here for just a second. We're gonna do our onion and our garlic. This oil that remained, this is the same oil we're gonna use to fry our sauce later on today. So don't throw this oil away, we're gonna use this oil again. Here in a small pot, I have some water boiling. Here we're gonna add all of our chiles that have already been cooked by the oil. We're gonna let them boil for about 5 minutes. Turn off the heat and let them rest in there for about 15 to 20 minutes until they get soft. Okay, so here I have everything for the sauce. We're gonna need a blender. Our chiles that, as you can see, they have been resting for about 15 minutes. They are soft. All of our spices, the cumin, oregano, and clove are in here. The garlic and the onion that we also sauteed, and the salt. We're gonna add all this together in the blender. You wanna be careful because you don't wanna accidentally put any of the stems in. So make sure you remove them before putting it into the blender. Don't forget about your Chile de Arbol as well. Like I said, if you're not gonna use the chicken broth, you can use this water right here to blend our chiles together, but since we have the chicken broth, we're gonna use that instead. Here in the blender, we're gonna add the sauteed onion and garlic. The salt is to your taste. Oregano, clove, and cumin. 1.5 cups of chicken broth. Make sure you don't add a lot of water because we don't want our sauce to be too liquidy. We want a more thicker consistency. We're gonna blend this all together and we're gonna come back with the next step. Our sauce has been blended. As you can see, it's not a very liquidy consistency. If later on we need more water, we can always add it. It's better to put less than to way over add. This oil that we had right here, we're gonna go ahead and add it into a deeper pan. Remember, this was the oil that we used to cook our chiles. We're gonna let this heat up for just a little bit. You also wanna make sure you have a little bit of diced onion. One of these in hand because we're gonna be putting our sauce through this to catch all of our seeds. Okay, so it looks like our oil is now heat up. We're gonna add our onion. Let our onion saute for just a little bit. Wait until your onions are golden brown, and we're gonna add the sauce. It looks like our sauce is a little bit too thick, so we're gonna add a little bit of chicken broth. This is all skin. What's left in here is just skin and seeds from the chile. This right here is going to the trash. Now we're gonna let this come to a boil. Let it boil for about 15 minutes on low heat. And this sauce is ready. Make sure you also taste for salt. Frying the whole chiles instead of putting it directly on the water like most people do, it's gonna give it a better taste. It's a family secret that my mom taught me, and I'm teaching you guys how to do it. If you guys tried this dish, don't forget to comment down below how it turned out for you guys, or tag me on an Instagram picture. I'm gonna leave my Instagram name right here and also a link down below that will take you directly to my Instagram page. We're gonna let this sit here for another 15 minutes boiling on low heat, and then we're gonna come back and check. Okay, so our sauce has been here boiling for about 15 minutes. We're gonna check it at this time. If you need a little bit more salt, go ahead and add it. Our sauce is ready. This is how it looks. On screen, the sauce looks a little bit more darker, but in real life, this is not that dark. This is also a little bit spicy, so if you don't want your salsa to be spicy, just don't add the Chile de Arbol. We're gonna heat up our tortillas next, and then we're gonna come back and fry them. I'm gonna heat up my tortillas here. We just want our tortillas to be heat up so they don't break easily, because if these you fold them, you see how it's starting to break right there? This is what we're trying to avoid. So that's why it's important for you to heat up your tortillas first. It doesn't have to be cooked because we're gonna fry them here in a little bit, but they need to be heat up. So make sure you put them in a little heat warmer. We finished cooking, we finished heating up all of our tortillas. Make sure you cover them to keep them warm. Here in another pot, we're gonna add a little bit of vegetable oil or olive oil. This is where it's gonna get a little bit tricky because you have to do several things at the same time. Make sure you have your salsa right here next to it, and also make sure you have your chicken right next to it as well. You're gonna need tongues. Grab a tortilla with the tongue, you're gonna dip it in the salsa. Make sure it's completely covered, and we're gonna fry our tortilla. This is the one that we just took out. We're gonna add chicken, add a little bit of sauce, fold it, and then we're gonna plate this. Tortilla, chicken, sauce, fold, and then transfer it to the plate. Okay guys, so we have our enchiladas right here. We already fried the tortilla, we already put the chicken inside. Now we're gonna dress them. We're gonna add a little bit of more salsa on top, a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of lettuce, a little bit more of the sour cream, Queso Fresco, and sprinkle a little bit of onion. There you go. This is the end result of our enchiladas mexicanas, red enchiladas. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed today's recipe. Comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends. If you make this recipe, don't forget to tag me on Instagram or leave me a comment down below. And I'll see you on the next time.